We'll let Robert take control. He's
Hey, welcome, guys. This is Garage to Grids. Just a couple of random dudes here located from north of Atlanta. Huh? Yeah. So we're located north of Atlanta, up here in the Gainesville area, North Georgia mountains. As you can see, motorcycles are a passion of ours. Whether it's the street, the track, dirt, we're all about it. But it's just a day in the lives of what we do as motorcycle enthusiasts, what we're doing on a day-to-day basis, or on a weekend basis, whether it's a little project bike like the...
sometimes it seems day to day.
Yeah. But we've got the R1 over here. Yesterday we did a little routine maintenance on the street bikes, get some fresh oil and everything. Riding season is upon us.
Tell them about how this all started. Well, how it kind of really started riding, and then it progressed to we got in too much trouble, and then we ended up being track riders, and then
we could go back, get into the weeds. We first started riding about close to 15 years ago. Being cool street squids, I had a 06, 07 Gixxer. He had an 04, 05 750. Doing hood rat things out on the street, getting pulled over, getting tickets, getting arrested, and then slowly but surely discovering what a motorcycle could actually do. Because back in those days, I'm vertically challenged, if you can't tell.
I don't think it plays the video.
Back then, because I'm vertically challenged, all I did was ride on the street. My bike was lowered. I had some janky ass lowering links, the forks, the whole squid thing there. But had a friend, coincidentally, at one of the bike meets down in Atlanta. He's like, hey, there's a track day, little Talladega in Alabama, probably about 2.5 hour drive from here. Huh?
Who was it?
I can't think of his name right now.
Me, you, and Jesse went. Their first track day.
Yeah.
At town.
Yeah. No, the first, just three of us, but Nico and Sean helped. We got the bike prepped and ready for the track day.
Oh, yeah. Shane's building that time.
Yeah.
Last minute
ordeal, but we went out and got it done. We did both days. I think it was at the time exact track days. I believe the owner has since passed. But fortunate, that he provided an outlet for us to be able to go out and ride after the countless tickets and violations and all that. And then from there, it just it was a snowball effect.
We'll have to throw in the clips and pictures of us getting in trouble.
Going to the parking lots to go do stunt days and stuff like that. But from there,
you got any pictures of you on the back of Omar's bike? When you had to get a ride back?
No. I did get I didn't get arrested, but my bike got towed because I was riding on learners, and so it wasn't technically valid at night. So had to ride back, bitch, on my buddy's bike all the way from Atlanta. So that was quite a time.
I got a $50 ticket for that one time. Riding at night on learners. I had to pay $50. They towed you for that?
Yeah, they were going to arrest me because I was technically driving without a license. Because it's not valid. So, but it was technically also my birthday. So, because it was like 1 a.m. So the cop's like, oh, I'm not going to arrest you, but we're going to tow your bike. So $300 later, and a trip back down to Atlanta, I was able to pick it up.
Jeez.
We
started when we really started tracking was Nesba days.
It was the exact date. It was in 2011. It was like April ish time is when we did I did my first day, and then from there started looking into doing more track days in the Nesba. they were at Road Atlanta. And for the next 2-3 years, that's all I did was ride with Nesba. And I think it was Nesba and STT at the time, because we're fortunate enough to have Road Atlanta 20 minutes down the street. But
Nesba disappeared.
yeah, after a few years, everyone knows Nesba kind of went away, and out of Nesba came Into Track Days, right here, which I'm also the Southeast director for Into, and then PRE also came out of the split with Nesba there. But so yeah, from there we met Huey from Marietta Motorsports. He was really involved with Into Track Days, local guy who was always at the track, always a helping hand. I did Wesley and I did one of their first race schools. Got our licenses.
Was that Road Atlanta?
Yeah, I rode Atlanta. We got our licenses and started racing about 2014, 2015, and then it's kind of snowballed from the very beginning. It's been snowballing and growing into stuff. But it was probably around that time that I also just dedicated myself to riding just pretty much on the track. Didn't really do much of the street stuff. My driving record improved by leaps and bounds, obviously, because I got that itch scratched out on the track. Didn't have to worry about cops and all that.
Eventually becoming CR, which was that's been that was a long time though.
Yeah,
we've been doing it a long time.
Yeah, it was after we had done a little bit of racing. We also started coaching a little bit, and we've been with Into for quite some time.
How long do you think?
I think 2016. I think is.
I know. I thought last time I looked, that was when I started. I don't know if it said Ride with Into was my first time. I don't remember. I have to look. I don't remember what year it was.
You've been wishy-washy throughout the years, on and off
makes
again.
Me sound emotional.
That's great.
I mean, commitment issues over here with this guy.
That's more like it.
Well, now we went full circle to the point of all street to all track. Then I got out of track for, long story short, for a little bit, whatever. And then now we bought street bikes again.
Yeah.
Which I don't know that was a great idea because we just got pulled over last night.
Well, that's my second time getting pulled over.
And then
I
pulled
didn't
over with this guy.
Yeah, well, I didn't get pulled over last night, but I did pull over.
Well, you pulled over,
but
it was probably your fault anyway.
Yeah, about a month ago, we got pulled over with Tyler, who's getting in. We've known from Ride Street for a while now. And last year, he got a taste of that fun drug called track days and track.
And on the way home, he said, "I see why y'all said the street ride's boring. On the ride home, it was boring."
Yeah.
The 60 mile an hour is not that fun.
Cruising, sitting in traffic. Yeah, it's not the same ride.
So basically, the plan is with this whole thing is to just kind of show what we do here mostly with, I don't know how many bikes are here. Missing Tyler's, and then missing 2 more dirt bikes. But basically what we do when we're here, how to prep bikes or take care of them. Some track bikes, which I don't need to see over here, is like my old bike that still we got to put together. And then Robert's other bike, 06, 07, whatever year it is, 600's got to go back together that he had for the last
since 2008 when I bought it.
Pretty much. So we'll be putting those bikes together, going to the track, some street riding. So we'll have some street riding videos or bike meets. Nothing too wild, maybe. And
not for me. I tend to follow the laws of the road.
You just got pulled over like a week ago.
Well, I said I tend to, but I don't ride wheelies. So yeah, the way
You don't or you can't?
It's the same.
Oh.
It's the same. Well, I mean, I do ride them when they happen, but they quickly go down.
Yeah.
But
So
basically
basically, that's going to be the long long story short of everything. So it could be anything, a whole track, like us going to NC Bike in 2 weeks away, or
Next weekend.
going to Road Atlanta in 3 weeks. So any of that, we'll probably document, like vlog us going, or like anything like that, we'll vlog. So let me get this to Tyler. He can put this on. Where you gotta tell your story or whatever. How you got it. I want you to start from when you got your other bike and you crashed it.
Well, shit, I had a 08 GSXR 1000 for a very brief period.
I'm about to say when.
Didn't crash it, but I got in trouble, lost a very good job, couldn't afford it, had to sell it. Didn't ride for a while, and I grew up riding dirt bikes, racing dirt bikes and stuff, and four-wheelers. Got that 08 1000, got rid of it. Then back in 2019, I was like, dang, I want another motorcycle. They were riding. I wanted to get back into it. Got a, what was it? That was 2019. I think it was maybe a 2017 GSXR 750. Got it. Had it for a month and a half, 2 months. No, I had it longer than that. Yeah, I had it for a few months. Went through a construction zone in Buford, Georgia, and went from a far left lane. It was almost midnight, and there were no street lights down this road. When I grew up there was no sidewalk in this shopping complex I was going to turn around in, and they were doing construction there, widened the road, added a sidewalk. So this long turning lane I'm used to going all the way in front of a shopping center had no pavilions because it didn't have a sidewalk. No pavilions were needed for people to walk to. No street lights. And on the Gixxers, it has an upside down triangle for the headlights. So when you're going from the far lane, leaning the bike, I couldn't see anything in the turning lane. So when I straightened the bike up in the turning lane, I could see the pavilion super close to it.
To be fair, you're kind of blind.
I am also kind of blind. I wear contacts. My glasses are thick as fuck, as Wesley says.
I didn't say that.
I mean, I could burn anthills with them for sure. So yeah, long story short, get upright in the turning lane. I see the pavilion, and I'm just like, oh shit, either I'm going to hit it straight on or try and get back in the street. Tried to get back into the street, missed it by about a foot, flipped across 3 lanes of traffic into a concrete barrier. Yeah, that was an interesting night. Broke my collarbone.
Did you?
I broke it broke it in half, and the part still connected to my shoulder was split in half. So I have a plate and 8 screws in my shoulder, collarbone area. Just decided, like, hey, I'm going to take a break for a little bit, I guess, as much as I did want to ride. Yeah, that was very, very interesting time. Didn't ride for about 5 years. And last May, I just said, screw it. I'm going to go buy a new R1 because I thought they were going to be discontinued like the R6. But thankfully, we got another 3 or 4 years out of it, I guess. So I went and bought one brand new in a crate, paid for it, went to work, got off early, came back and picked it up. And a month later, I did my intro to my first track day ever and hooked. Love it. It's super fun. Like, you don't have to worry about the police. You can go as fast as you want. It's fun. It's addicting. Riding on the street is not.
I mean, we do.
It's fun. It's fun. Like, if us going out and just,
Casually.
yeah, we don't go crazy or anything by any means. There are people that go absolutely bonkers on the street
Until you get to the track.
and then they want their wannabe street Rossies. They're not that fast. You get them on the track, and then they realize, oh shit, this is a different world.
Wait, they or we?
They.
I mean, y'all pretty quick. I'm getting there. I'll be there one day, but I do okay. These guys they've taught me a lot on the track in the short amount of time I've been on it. I feel like I've progressed a lot. Progressed pretty quick.
I mean, you got all the tools.
What are my tools?
These two.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. Just making sure.
Bunch of tool bags.
Yeah. I mean, you got it. I always try to tell people or people that are around us, like, to have two people who've been riding a good while on the track and know most of, like, my first track, I was nervous. So I was like, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to do. I was nervous as hell. But then you got two people who already done it.
Yeah. I mean, I was pretty nervous on my first track day, my intro, but I had you behind me and you got Peter to go out in front of me and show me the lines. And, y'all having that connection with Into, all the coaches, all the CRs at Into are super helpful. They will take that time out and come talk to you after following you on the track. They give a lot of useful information that has helped me progress. So having that connect, maybe I've got a little special treatment.
I wish I had it.
I've got a little bit of special treatment from Into as an organization.
I mean, honestly, I can't say that I have because I don't think I've actually ridden with you.
I mean,
Granted,
you've watched me and showed me in spots like, hey, you're doing this here, you should try this. And like it when we went to Roebling.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was a private event.
Yeah.
It's a little different there.
James Box thing?
Yeah, it was James Bach with
Southeast
Podium Motorsports.
Podium, yeah.
Was the Pirelli distributor down here in the Southeast. But, it's you got to give credit's due. It's not just that you've got connections and the people around you, but you haven't just listened and, in one ear out the other. You've actually applied what we've told. Some people, you can tell them things and everything, but it just goes in one ear, goes out the other. You've actually applied these, bits of information and everything. And, while some things may not make sense then and there, as you start to add pace and learn things, you realize they start to make sense. I know there's a couple of guys that we've been riding with here at the local bike nights that are really green. They've just purchased bikes and they've only been riding for weeks. And it's like, you tell them about counter steering. It's a very foreign concept. It's very,
what's that?
It doesn't make sense at the time until you go and apply it and actually do it. And then you're like, oh, this makes sense. So, while you have had us, you've actually applied and listened to what we've said.
I think it's like it's easy to see like the results, in my opinion, of like in his position. We tell him something, right? It's easy to see that if you listen, you could be like, I'm not gonna say fast, like as ride as good as we can. If you listen to other people who see us on the street, they don't really know. Like they know us or whatever, but they don't really know like, oh, I should or shouldn't listen. But I think Tyler sees it and he's like, oh, well, if I listen, they've been doing it forever. They probably know at least one or two things maybe I could listen to.
Yeah.
You seeing what could happen or could be or whatever the case is. I mean, it won't be long before he has a track bike.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not because I wrecked the current bike, but
maybe we'll build this one and let you ride.
I mean, you could let me ride this one right here. Peer pressure from me and Robert. We saw a smoking deal. I mean, it's a pretty good deal on a bike, posted up. Well, I'll let you actually tell them about it. You know more about Westby than I do.
Oh, I don't know a lot.
For the people around it.
So our latest department, Robert buys an MT10, 23.
I got a 22 MT10 from the Yamaha school. It was one of their demo bikes and coaching bikes that they've had. And so after a few years, it's time to roll in the new fleet of bikes. So they sell off their current inventory. I was able to scoop up the MT10 for a great deal. I did a few little...
Dude, a few little nothing, bro. You put Olin's on the front and back before you got the bike for like a week.
So I got suspension, and then,
Put a cat delete, AIS block offs we just did.
Yeah, which Do not recommend. 10 out of 10. Do not recommend.
Not a
I didn't even do it. They did it.
He wasn't even here when we did it.
It's it's pretty difficult to get to where you need to be able to get all that work done. Not as
I
simple.
think they're still laying over here somewhere. Yeah.
But yeah, I did a few little things on that one, but so it popped up on my Facebook. There was a call it a Frankenstein of a R1, little bits and pieces. It was put together.
We'll have to do like a each
for
one day. We'll do like an each bike thing one day for everybody to like see, like the bikes Robert owns or I own, or like Tyler's bike.
AIS.
That's a 7 to 10 business day job. We'll have to do like an each bike type thing. I found a bike that was Chuck put together from Westby. It's like a 15, 16, put all together, whatever. And then I found a FZ10 one day. We grabbed it, I guess it was last week, right?
Yeah.
Last Saturday?
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? We'll grab another bike because, I don't know. We don't have enough here. We have extra space.
I mean, we got room, so
we got
hey.
space. So.
We actually, our buddy Rhett was here dropping off some tires this earlier this week too, and we told him, I think he's planning on going cross country.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't follow him, check him out. Great photographer. But we told him he was a little sketched out about leaving his motorcycle where it's currently located. And I was like, well, I got space, and I'm 5 hours within 10 different tracks.
Yeah.
As close as 20 minutes as far as 5 hours. Like I've got a ton of racetracks within a 5-hour drive. So benefits of living here for sure. But yeah, no, there's so we started.
Long story long.
Yeah, honestly. You know what?
The other videos probably won't be as long that we'll be doing, but they'll be more directed towards, I guess, certain things. This will just be more of like if you run across this or you see me or somebody post it, then you kind of know what it's going to be about. And there may be other like small things we throw in there that aren't bike related, maybe, but mostly we're going to try to keep like this whole channel and everything all bike related, track related, bike related, street related. Maybe other small things we have to do, like maybe if we have to work on the camper, or we're looking at getting a different trailer to haul 20 bikes at one time.
Yeah.
Stuff like that,
I mean, ultimately,
vlogging.
it's all related to motorcycles. Whether we started out with open trailer, utility trailer, easy ups. I would spend the night underneath my easy up with a fan and a cot just to keep the bugs off and all that while I slept. It's not the fanciest of toy haulers, but got a toy hauler that obviously I got some work to get done on it. But
I went from open to a little enclosed that wouldn't stay cool because it wasn't insulated, but it had a stand-up AC.
Yeah.
To one toy hauler, that's another story. To another toy hauler. To
That's
the toy hauler I have that also came from YCRS guys, where his bike came from. It was bought from them. So it's a whole interlooping ordeal that all kind of goes back around together.
Yeah.
So long story long, that's pretty much it. And then we'll have little small videos, I guess you could say. And I guess Tyler will be here because now he's our
Pit bits.
You.